What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Finally finding the motivation to get this video finished. Here we have an FIA race manufacturers series at Catalonia. This was a super high lobby. I think it was a 260 point lobby, nearly all A+ drivers, and this was the last lobby of the night. I wasn't going to do this race. The race before we did really badly. I think between myself and Kireth we finished last but one. But I had the time, I thought I'd go again, see if we can get some pace out of this Jaguar. Now, I chose Jaguar for my manufacturer this season. It's normally quite a dark horse. It's got great power, drives quite well. It's not the best handling car. And through some of the sections here at Catalonia, I was really suffering with understeer, certainly around the long corner and turn 3. But this race, we've got a great start. We put it in P10 in qualifying, and we've somehow got a massive gap behind us and a bunch of cars to go racing with ahead. A couple of drivers there have an incident, the BMW and the Audi. We go to the inside and try and get them done on the brakes. Bit of contact there from the Audi, but we've got through there, and now we're making progress forwards into 8th position. Considerably better than the race previous to this one. Lots of cars ahead now, so it's a bit of a battle ahead of us. We're looking to try and capitalise on anything that might come of this. We've got a little bit stuck behind them, so it started to get a bit of a freight train. But there is a huge penalty for one of the drivers ahead in the Mercedes car. The penalty line will be served very shortly. We see this ahead, and we try and get really late on the brakes to get alongside him and make the move happen. Which we get done, but we make a small contact with the Aston Martin ahead. This gives us a 1 second penalty. A little bit harsh if you ask me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But I didn't see it really negatively affect his race in any way. But here we are with a 1 second penalty, and the quick Mercedes driver behind us is really on our gearbox and has a great exit over the curb there. Maybe a cut from him, but we are suffering with understeer. We are wide. Mercedes is right on our gearbox, and he's going to look for the manoeuvre down into turn 1, side by side. I think I try and hang it on the outside here because I know I've got good tyres. It's a move you can do. Small bit of contact on the apex there, and he gets the move done. But we get a 1 second additional penalty. Now we're up to 2 seconds for our penalty. Again, let me know what you think of that one. Personally, I thought it was a good racing door-to-door incident, but we've been served a 1 second penalty for that, and we've lost the place also, so double negative there. And now we've got the Ferrari driver catching us. We've got 2 second penalty to serve, which is going to really shuffle us back through the order. Yeah, I think we're probably going to be back behind the Nissan driver, and yeah, there's a constant string of cars behind. Really dangerous getting a penalty so early on in the race. We pull off the racing line, let everyone past as we are serving our penalty, and yeah, we do slot in behind the Nissan driver. Skipping ahead now, back on board, we have some onboard footage, and we've picked up another penalty, half a second penalty for track limits on the last turn. As we serve that penalty, we're going to get passed by the Audi. We saw him early in the race, and he goes deep on the brakes. Can we get anything from this move there? But no, we just can't quite make that cutback happen. So now we're down to 11th position. Overall net loss of 1 place. Not too bad, but a little bit annoying that we're 2.5 seconds down on penalties. This is not the ideal start to the race, but we're still considerably better than how we did in the race previous. Skipping forward now, lap number 8. This is our pit lap as we go into the pits this time now. Started on the soft tyres. For this race I decided to switch to mediums in the middle, and the boys are going to work. Jaguar crew there. I'm Jaguar with manufacturers this season. Also my livery also has the Jaguar green accent colours on it as a special addition to my usual racing livery. And we exit the pits in 12th position. Skipping forwards now, 10th position. We gained some positions because there were some pit stops for some of the drivers ahead of us, and now we're under serious pressure now from the Nissan behind. Is he going to go for the manoeuvre? He has the speed, fast car, that Nissan. He's got the inside line here. This is a carbon copy of what we tried last time, but this time we make it work. We carry the speed even on the medium tyres around the outside turn 1 and defend that position. But the problem now, the medium tyres just aren't holding on around the long turn 3. He's got alongside us now and he's about to make that move stick. Slightly compromised now on the medium tyres. We're looking to just basically get to the next pit stop. I think it's a 4-lap stint on these tyres, and we will switch back to the soft to finish the race. It's a slight alternate strategy to the fastest strategy, it seems, but it's something where I wanted to get the medium tyres out of the way. In the first pit stop we didn't fuel. In the second pit stop coming up we will need to take fuel to get to the end of the race. And the BMW driver is putting us under serious pressure now. I think we're going to go defensive now just to force him to the outside into the big braking zone. That's been a successful defence there. He takes a big cutback. He gets a really good exit. In the radar, he scared me a little bit being there. I made a big mistake going into that corner. I'm running wide on the exit now, and we go far too wide over the top of the curb into the gravel, and we have cost us a bit of time there. A bit of a scrappy middle stint on these medium tyres. Moving forward now, this is my pit lap. I'll be getting rid of these medium tyres now, which is going to be good news. And we just clatter that curb. The rear wheel just picks up and just rotates us around a bit there. We lose a position, gather it up, and then get into the pits. This time, slightly indecisive there, but we choose soft tyres. So we're going to go right to the end of the race on soft tyres. We're going to need to take fuel. Looks like we need to filter about 51%. The boy's going to work there. And 52%, there we go, exit the fuel. And it looks like the fellow Jaguar teammate, he's actually got ahead of us at the pit stop stage, as we also get past for a faster car down the straight. At this point here now, we are basically last of the runners. During this race, Kireth Kart was live streaming. I was listening along, and he had a mechanical failure. His T150 steering wheel overheated during the race and put him out. He had to retire the car, so he's quite funny waiting in the pits with his steering wheel cooling down. He's basically making comments about the pit crew, and then he also commentates my final laps, so we'll hand you over to him when that happens. Right now we are looking at the back of the Jaguar. We want to follow him through. He seems fast, and also we're on the soft tyres, which should be an advantage for us as the end of the race comes. I think a lot of people will switch to the mediums, so let's try and follow this Jaguar to the end of the race. This high-rated lobby, it was all about racing with the finest margins. Small mistakes would put you way back. In qualifying, you could be a few tenths off and lose 4 or 5 positions. As we follow the Jaguar, who seems faster than the guys ahead, into the final chicane, as it looks like the Nissan gets a bit wide on the exit there. Jaguar is straight through and down the main straight. We get a good exit, so will we get the slipstream on the Nissan, who also has slipstream from the cars ahead? So we're not quite getting the full benefit of that. And now into the big braking zone for turn 1. Little look to the inside to see what's going on. Also just to offset my braking. And the Nissan's is just a bit of a barge dive bomb manoeuvre there on the Jaguar teammate. Let me know what you think of that manoeuvre. I thought it was a little bit risky, if you ask me. Lucky not to get a penalty. But that leaves us right on the back of our Jaguar teammate. Skipping forward now, the Jaguar has got past the Peugeot head and we are closing in now. We've got a lot of speed in this Jaguar here. We've got down the main straight here. Starting to close the gap more and more. We'll be close enough for a look. Let's have a look. On the brakes, we are closing in, but we back out that manoeuvre. We think better of that. We didn't quite have enough overlap. Even though we broke a little bit later than the Peugeot head, I don't think it was really going for a move. But again, we had to back out. We didn't have enough overlap. We don't want to turn him round. We certainly don't want any more penalties. But certainly, looking at the what we can see right now, it seems I've got a bit more pace in the Peugeot head. And we look to gain back the time we lost backing out that move. A little bit deep there, running wide onto the exit. Looks like there's a penalty for a driver ahead. Can't quite make out how many seconds that is, but that's certainly going to bring him into the mix here. It's a difficult corner, that one. Really tough not to run too wide, and we were very wide there. But we got away with it, no penalty, and closing in big on the brakes now. And it looks like the Jaguar has cleared both the cars ahead, and now we are racing the Peugeot. At this point, we're still listening to Kireth on the live stream, commenting on his pit crew. I'll hand over now so you can hear what's going on. It was quite amusing and quite a distraction during the race, but in a good way, of course.
There's many levels to this sim racing lark. Andy, we were going to remuse and takes wheel off. Other guy picks up. Yeah, but there's not enough other guys. It's like Stalingrad. One person has the gun, the other person just follows and waits to pick up the gun. There's no other guy on the front left. So who's going to pick? He's going to take that tyre off. Who's going to give him the actual tyre that might be there behind him? We need to sort this out in the Ferrari Rentals factory. That's no good. In fact, there's two other guys on the front right, and one of them should be on the front left, basically. Okay, the guy at the back's had enough of kneeling. He's standing up now, stretching. Binny is 16th. Doughtinator's gone to 15th. Maybe Doughtinator's going to climb up the rankings now. It's all chops and change there. I think there's a guy just on the left. I didn't. Oh, is that a glove? Oh yeah, you're right. Look at that glove just kind of sneaking its way on. You're right. He's a long way away there, isn't he? Okay, one of them is fueling. Okay, it's making more sense to me now. Doughtinator up to 14th. Looking good for Doughtinator on the strategy. 50th now, battling with the German. We have genuinely had a mechanical issue in this sim race. Can you believe it? It's sim racing. We've had a mechanical issue. Unbelievable. I'm going to do the CSL Elite tonight. I'm not sure whether to put the brake performance kit in or not, because Nathan's put it in, but Nathan's got like 200 kilograms of brake pressure on his left leg, so I might start it without the brake mod. I'm a bit like, don't start using it without it and then kind of switch to it, but let's start using it without it so we can kind of appreciate what we think the brake mod might assist with. Right, it must be getting close now, surely. I guess not. Wheels turn back. Okay, the wheels turn back on. Should we get back out on track? We can follow Doughtinator or be ghosted. Cheers, wheel, for nothing. absolutely nothing, mate. A bit harsh on T150 there. We won't need all these laps now, but we'll put them in anyway. Look, it's all my own fault. I didn't. Oh, look at this battle. Look at that battle there. We were catching this French guy. He's on the mediums. Right, let's do live cams from Doughtinator. This is like in the Tour de France when they're behind on the motorbike. Come on, Doughtinator. Doughtinator, I was thinking, what the hell is going on here?
Oh yes, most definitely.
Live cam on Doughtinator here. Can he bridge the gap? We're going to do the commentary on Doughtinator's race. Doughtinator, you can paste this into your video if you want. So it's very close at the moment. Is the RC going to have a look? I don't think so. 3 cars fighting ahead, 4 cars fighting ahead. So all the way up to 10th place. As Doughtinator runs a little bit wide there, the RC is going to have a look through. Is the Frenchman going to throw it up the inside somewhere? Would be a pain if he did it into the next right-hander. He might be thinking about it here. Hey, dives back inside. I've woken up, haven't I? There we go. Surely just one by one through here. Well, the RC is looking quite strong. We'll get a tow from the R8. Very close there. Don't know how many laps there are to go. Final lap. So it's the last lap. Doughtinator currently in 14th place. Can he hold on? I don't think the RC is going to be close enough here to have a go. Have a look. He's gone for it a little bit. Half look. Is this going to compromise his exit from that corner? Might have been better just following Doughtinator through. We'll see. Still some battling ahead, 13th, 12th and 11th. So the Frenchman's getting quite impatient. Might be different tyres here, different tyre wear. Maybe some fuel saving going on as well. Maybe the man in the SORTZ has got some fuel reserves. Some in there now. Big overtaking opportunity at the end of the straight. How's it going to be set up? Let's have a look. Doughtinator just missing the apex. The RCZ's going to get a good exit here. This corner now absolutely key. Again, the RCZ's a bit close from the apex. Might have had to lift though. Might have had to lift. He's not close enough unless he goes for a big send. Mate thinks against it, but someone's got a penalty ahead. Someone's got a penalty ahead, but don't need to go wide. It's only a half-second penalty. We'll get rounded up to a second. Some more positions up for grabs. We get very close here in the camera car. Very close to the RC, getting a great view. Surely it's too late unless the RC goes for me. No, very respectful here from the RC. He could have gone for something. Decides not to. Is someone going to lose it? No. Oh, someone's lost it. IPD Luz has lost it on the last corner. And Rage quits, so we'll pick up a position. Maybe influence that. Doughtinator holding on to 14th place there. I thought he might get a 13th because I thought someone quits.
Great commentary there by Kireth. It was rather amusing listening to that while racing along. But yeah, on the line in the extra in the chicane, I got a penalty. I can't believe that happened. Absolutely gutted. I didn't really need to run that wide, but I just went over the top of the curb and just got a half-second penalty, round up to a second, and then that put me down in position. So all that battling for nothing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was quite fun to make. It actually took me a long time to get around to making this video. I don't know, I think I was a bit frustrated by the race. I'd like to have been a bit faster in the race, a little bit more successful. But I think in the end it was quite a fun race. It was certainly fun listening to Kireth on the live stream while I'm racing along. I think that's some of the most fun things about GT Sport is listening to a live stream racing along yourself and just getting involved. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please subscribe, please like the video. If you want to talk about this video, chat along in the comments below. Everything's always welcome. It's always great to hear your feedback. Thank you. See you again next time.